Greetings YouTube, Sega Zombie here, and welcome to another video. A bit of a retro waffle channel update, pickups, the usual affair, guys. I just wanted to start off with Tooty UK. Stewie watches lots and lots of YouTube. He recommends loads of YouTube to me, and he's been going on about a guy, Bithead 1000's the channel, and wow, I've just been absolutely hooked. I've started working backwards through his videos, but a fantastic channel, guys. Just go and check it out. Really, his personality shines right through. Really funny guy, and he touched a chord, a nostalgic chord with me. His last video is about Iron Maiden. Now, Iron Maiden, the greatest band for me, such an inspiration growing up. And Bithead's video, he covers Iron Maiden so well, and yeah, his passion shines right through. Check that video out, guys. But why I've brought this up is he mentioned something in his video about having a little denim jacket with the Iron Maiden badge on the back. And do you know what? Boom! I was like, I've got to find mine out. I wore this when I was about 8-9 years old. Absolutely thought I was badass cool with me Iron Maiden denim jacket. It stood the test of time. I've kept it all these years just for the nostalgia, and that's what this is all about for me, guys. The retro, everything, the nostalgia. Going back, you know, we may look at these years through rose-tinted glasses. I don't know what it is, but wow. Bithead's video is just like, oh, it just brought back so many memories, guys, and I just wanted to share that with you. And I'm sure Bithead's too big for my channel, but you know, it's a funny little thing, and it just come bouncing in my head, so I had to dig it out. I knew it was in one of my wardrobes, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. Oh, the memories, they come flooding back. Iron Maiden, man, what a band, what a band. Really awesome. Anyway, get back to retro, shall we? Retro wise, yeah, there's been a few pickups, quite a bit of pickups. As many of you know, watching the last video, I've hit one of my goals, and that is to get a PC Engine. I've got my PC Engine Duo, so we've got some nice games to show there. Bit of Mega Drive, bit of Sega. I'm going to start off with this sad little story first. A guy on GGG was selling Loot Crate stuff. Never really been into all that subscription, but there's a few odds and sods that come into these loot boxes that you think, oh, that ain't half bad, and if I like it, I'll pick them up on eBay if they turn up cheap. Now this turned up cheap on GGG. There's just a little ornament, and I thought, oh, that'll look nice while we're filming up here in the little retro corner. Just to add a few little trinkets and little bits and pieces to break it up a little bit, and I thought this will sit ideally up here in this corner. I dropped him, guys. I dropped Sonic. I know. I had too much in my hands. He slipped through my fingers, and I've snapped this little bit. Now I've tried gluing it. Let's see. I've left it a few minutes. Is he going to stay? He's a little wobbly. I think he's going to need a bit more, but let's see if we can keep. But I just thought he was really cool, you know. And it was under a tenner. I think it was about £9, all in with the postage. But yeah, I like these little silly things, and he'll sit nicely with the other little trinkets. So that's the first thing. So good news, bad news. I hate it when I break things, guys. Oh, I know we all hate it, but oh, I couldn't believe it. I dropped down and thought, nah, he's all right. Picked him up. Nah, he's snapped. But hopefully the glue will work. Next up, I think we're going to hit the PC Engine. There's quite a bit of it here, guys. Let me just, so I can get it in some kind of order. Now, this is a bit of a story, this. I went back onto eBay, and the guy I actually purchased the PC Engine of had a game I was chasing, a shooter that I really, really wanted to play, especially when I found out who the development team was. I thought, I've got to get this game for the collection. He had it, but he was asking quite a bit of money for it, and he'd already done me such a fantastic deal on the Duo and the other 2 games that I felt I didn't want to take the piss, you know. So someone else was selling it. Long story short, I got it off this other seller on eBay. Me being a novice with PC Engine, but that's no excuse really. I should have checked properly. The game he was selling, it was only £10 less than an original, and this was actually a reproduction done by PC Works. I didn't notice this, guys. It turned up and I thought, wow, this looks super brand new. There's something wrong here. And then I noticed that it was PC Works, and it's that part of it that I didn't know. I didn't realise they were a company doing really high quality reproductions, but I hit a snag. I put it into the Duo, and the Duo really didn't like the disc at all, which has given me some worries a little bit, because what it is the games all run fine, but the music is cutting out. All the stage music, the sound effects are there, but all the background music yeah, will start off, and then as you progress through the level it cuts out. And this hadn't done it with any of the other CD based games I'd got. I contacted the seller, and he was like, yeah, no, that's fine, mate, you know, hands up to him. eBay and some of these sellers get a bad rap, but we've got to talk about the guys that do a good job on there. And this guy, he didn't hesitate. He said, you know, apologised that I'd had trouble with it. He had no issues with me sending it back to him, so I sent it back, got a refund. And then I got speaking again to Tootie Stewart. He put me in touch with Simon Locke, and we talked about my PC Engine Duo. He got me to play music CDs and check it all out, and it seems to be playing fine. It just didn't like that disc, I don't think. And touch wood, it's been okay. But I'm going off the beaten track here. Obviously, because I was so gutted and I wanted this game, I then went and purchased it off the guy, off Colin, the guy that I got the Duo off, and it was original, and he done me an absolutely fantastic deal on it. Yeah, really, really good deal. I'd mentioned to him, obviously, that I was a bit concerned. I just asked him questions about the laser and whether he'd had any upgrades done to it, which he said he was unsure of and he didn't think it had. But because of the little hiccup, he cut me a brilliant deal on this. I'm so chuffed with this. But he done, if I can get the glare off, guys, Spriggan, you know I butcher these names, but this is done by the same team that done Musha or Elise on the Mega Drive, which some of you may or may not know, that is my favourite Mega Drive shooter, so I had to add this to the collection, guys. It's absolutely in lovely condition, and I've had a quick blast. This only turned up yesterday, so I've had a little blast on it, and oh my god, could this possibly be my #1 16-bit shooter? I think it could be, you know. Obviously I've got to play it a bit more, but whoa, it's good. It's very, very good, and yeah, I'm itching. I can't wait. Actually, after this video, this is what I'm going to be blasting this game. It's absolutely fantastic. So awesome, Colin. Brilliant job, mate. Another sip of tea. Oh, that's better. Next up, again, PC Engine CD. Another game which everyone in comments and everyone that was talking to me in Messenger was saying, Scott, you got to get this game. If you're going to seriously collect, you've got to get it. It was always one I wanted to get as well. I never played it on the PC Engine, and that is Castlevania. I got this off Steve Bailey. He's pretty well known amongst the Japanese collectors and the like. He done me a great price on this. It's going for crazy money on eBay. But he done this for me for 129 quid, I think it was, all in. Dracula X. It's also known as Rondo of Blood. Castlevania. I could be wrong there, guys. I'm learning all the while with the PC Engine. It's actually in lovely condition. It hasn't got the spine card, but I'm not too fussed with that, to be fair. I find them a bit of an annoyance anyway, because I never know where to put them. You put them in the cover, you open it up and they slip out, you know, and I play my games, you know. You know, some of them got them. It's a nice little extra, but it's absolutely in glorious condition. Disc is absolutely mint. And what a game. What an epic start to a game. Wow. Absolutely superb. It does kind of remind me of the Mega Drive version. Very similar sort of feel to me. But yeah, great visually. Wow, it looks absolutely stunning and fantastic. So really, really pleased with that. So that's another big PC Engine release that I've got in the collection. I'm really chuffed with that. Wow, the PC Engine has just excited me so much. It's all I've been doing, guys. My poor Mega Drive, for the first time in an absolute age, actually has some dust settling on it. Yeah, it's quite bad, really. No, it's not. No, I've got loads of Mega Drive games to test. I'll show you them in a bit. But we're going to stick with PC Engine. And next up is another one that I got off eBay. I'm finding a lot of these that I need to pick up on eBay, and the prices vary loads. You know, there's the real high-end prices on buy it nows, and if you do search particular title, you can find them. Yeah, you know, and they're not bad prices. A lot of them have these best offers. That's what I've been utilising a lot on eBay just of late. You know, because if you don't ask, you don't get, do you? And the next one up is Crest of the Wolf. Like a Final Fight, Streets of Rage. I'd say it's sort of like trying to be more Final Fight than it is Streets of Rage, to be honest. But yeah, it's a side-scroll beat-em-up. In great condition. Again, these have all been fantastic condition. You find that with Japanese stuff. The Japanese, they look after their stuff, unlike us Brits. You know, a lot of these older CD games are absolutely hammered. But yeah, in great condition. Not a bad game. You can't help it. You compare every single beat 'em up. Well, I do. Every single side scroller beat 'em up, I compare to Streets of Rage 2, because that's the pinnacle. That's the peak, in my eyes, of that genre. And this game, it doesn't come close, really. It's a slower paced game. And it's not difficult. I finished it in an evening. Not much of a challenge, but enjoyable. I enjoyed it, and it's a nice one to the collection. You know, I'm probably going to play it again, most definitely. One thing I haven't checked is it must be 2-player, but once I get an extra pad and the multi-tap, I'm sure me and my son will have a blast on that. So yeah, really chuffed with that. The next lot of PC Engine, these are all Who cards, the cartridge type ones, and they're all off one seller. Again, I used the best offer option, and what I done is this guy had multiple games that I wanted, and most of them were actually priced quite reasonably. I checked on sold listings, completed listings, like most of us do, and I was just comparing his prices, and he was, to be fair to him, pretty much spot on. But I thought, I want a few games off him, so I'm gonna put in some best offers and just be a bit cheeky and see what he does. And fair dues to him, he come back with another offer and slightly increased it, which I was more than happy with. And here we go, guys. This is what I got. First up is Dragon Spirit. I'm not sure how well this is focusing, guys. I'm having a bit of an issue with my iPad. I don't know what's wrong with it at the moment. But yeah, there's Dragon Spirit. It's got its little plastic case. I do love these little Who card things. My accent's going to annoy people again. Who card. But yeah, this is a game I really remember on the 8-bit consoles, the conversions on there. Not 8-bit consoles, sorry. 8-bit home computers, like the Spectrum. I remember Dragon Spirit on there, and the Amstrad. And it was a game that always, to me, had potential. I never played the original in the arcades or anything like that. But I quite liked the computer conversions of this. So I thought, wow, it's bound to be good on the PC Engine. And it is, it's not bad. Slower paced, vertical shooter, but I really have enjoyed it. I've played this a lot, so a great one to add. And then next up, I've got my first Sega game. And that is Space Harrier. Again, it's got its little Who card in the plastic little wallet there. Yeah, and it's not bad. Not a bad conversion at all. Yeah, I was quite impressed with that. So that's another one I added. And then next up, these had to be done. I do know I've seen some YouTube videos and reviews on this, and this is a very Marmite game in the fact that some like it, and then others just think, wow, what a terrible conversion. And that is Chase HQ. Now I can say I'm not a great fan of that box art, to be fair. I think we were spoilt with the home computer conversions. I love the box art to that. Yeah, this one's a little different. But again, in absolutely glorious condition. This one's even got the little foamy bit. And it's all a bit crazy. It's a bit like you haven't got the room to move. It plays okay. It's not the worst conversion of Chase HQ. It's not too bad. I did play it for a while. And yeah, I liked it. I would say this one's better though. And that is Special Criminal Investigation. I did really enjoy playing this. Now it's like the opposite. This game I really didn't like. I think it was on the Atari ST or the Amiga by the time I got a home computer version of this. And yeah, I was never impressed with the sequel. I found it a big letdown. But the actual PC Engine version, yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I've given it quite a blast. There we go. All complete with that little plastic wallet. So that was the 4. And the 5th game I got off this seller was Heavy Unit. I went for a bit of a gamble. I didn't really know much about this one. Again, it's got its little bit of foam in there. The Who card in its little wallet. Yeah, not bad. Not bad, not bad little sort of shooter. You get to sort of turn into a mech as well. You start off as a spaceship. I'm sure I've played this on the Mega Drive. I'm not sure, but I'm sure there's a version of this game on the Mega Drive. I'm pretty certain there is. I don't know. I might be making it up, but it seemed very familiar, this game. But yeah, it's not bad. I'm trying so hard to keep the light out of there, guys. But there you go. Heavy Unit. So, you know, literally, I think I paid about 60, 70 quid for those. And I was happy with that. You know, it gets me a nice little chunk of games to play. I've got so many games to play for the PC Engine. It's fantastic. I'm really going to get my teeth into Spriggan and Castlevania. I really can't wait, guys. Really looking forward to playing that. Hopefully I've got most of Sunday. We'll see. Right, next up, moving along swiftly. This was from... everyone's name down. I've been organised, guys. This was from Neil Baker. Now I put a post up in Galaxy Sega. I've been sorting out through loads of stuff, as you all know, because I keep moaning and going on about it, is I'm still sorting out boxes. And I've stumbled across stuff that I forgot I had, to be honest. I know it's got to be going back a couple of years now. I picked up quite a large Mega Drive bundle, and there was a few games in there that were missing the cartridges. They were all there boxed with their manuals. I know this one's a bit of a crappy one, but Sampras Tennis, it's all there in lovely condition. Even got the quick reference card, you know, but it was missing the cartridge. Funnily enough, they obviously lost them over time. So that was the first one I put up on the group, and then I asked if anyone had the cart to this one, and that is Marco's Magic Football. Now this is a game that has interested me. I've wanted to play this, but again, this one's not quite as good, Nick. The manual has got a slight little like ruffle to it. It's like where it's over time, where it's not quite fit in the box. It's taken a bit of a battering, but it's not too bad. Yeah, so we got those two games. Put the ad up asking if anyone had just cart only, and Neil Baker, what a legend. He got hold of me on the post and said, Scott, I've got both of those. I know somewhere in my garage. He dug them out, inboxed me, and here they are. Chuffed with that, mate. I love putting things back together like this. Marco's got a little tiny bit of label damage there, but he charged me, I think it was £6 posted. You know, you can't grumble at that. You know, it's worth it just to get these games complete and in the Sega wall. So there's Marco. In his rightful place, back in his home. And then old Pete Sampras. It's one of them J carts as well, with the extra player ports on it. They were cool, they were. There's a bit of old Pete. So yeah, it's great to put things back together, and they will sit proud in the wall with all the others. Next up, what we got, I've done a trade. Again, I put a post up in Retro Realm, and a local lad to me, actually, Pete Gregson, he's been after a few bits and pieces that I've got, and we done some trades and that. And he was really after, he likes the reproduction stuff, the old repro stuff, not the modern stuff that people are churning out, you know. But years ago you could get like these Chinese knockoffs and Russian ones, and they've all got their box art is done quite well, and they've all got manuals and the like, quite a well done counterfeits. But he's into them, you know, he enjoys them, and he's going, Scott, you know, what do you want for that? And I was like, mate, to be honest, I don't really want to charge much for that, you know. It's a reproduction box. It was of Aladdin. Again, I picked it up in a bundle. So he gave me these. And they're Japanese Saturn games. Football again. It's been sport. Everything's sport. We've got Victory Goal and Victory Goal 96. So, yeah, a couple of games, you know. I don't mind trading them for that. And at least these ones will sit with my other Japanese Saturn games in the wall. So we'll put those there. And then my good old mate, my good old Sega brother, David Jamieson, has been doing me some fantastic deals and really helping me out on my Mega Drive quest. Yeah, he sent me another bundle. Again, amazing price. And first up, we've got Wayne Gretzky, and this one is all complete, original, in absolutely glorious condition. Those of you that might remember, I got sent this game, so obviously I was going to chase just the inlay, but for the price that David's done me on these and the condition, it is absolutely bloody fantastic condition. Apart from the hang tab, they don't. I say that don't niggle me. That is starting to. Why? I don't know, but it is starting to, like, oh, I ain't got a hang tab. Perhaps I am getting it. But yeah, that's Wayne Gretzky, but it's in fantastic condition. The inlay, the manual. It's like it's never been touched. But you find that with some of these sport games. Next up, we've got ATP Tour. Again, in absolutely fantastic condition. These labels just come off here. It's because David was doing like a gaming expo or a market, and he was going to sell them there, but he didn't. He kept them aside for me. And again, look at that, guys. Absolutely fantastic condition. Really chuffed with that. That's really good. And this, again, I'm going to say it, this is not an easy game to find. You look on eBay, there's not many on there. There really isn't. Some of these sport games are getting harder and harder to find. And we'll continue that thing, because next up is this one, which is Frank Thomas Big Hurt. Again, in absolutely glorious condition. This one has got a slightly ruffled manual, but nothing, you know, I'm being picky just because the others are so immaculate. Fantastic. And we know what they are, don't we, boys? Blue spines. Oh yeah. We can't beat a bit of blue spinage. We love it. Blue spines. And then, oh, there is one more blue spine off David, and that is, I'm going to say, the Smurfs. I have absolutely no idea on pronouncing that, so I'm not even going to bother. I don't know if this is like a European game only. I'm not sure. I'd imagine so, with a name like that. It's like French, isn't it? It's Infogrames game. The Smurfs, were they originally French? I believe they were. Look at that. Fantastic condition. Wow. So pleased with that. Blue spine. I love it, guys. I just can't wait to get started on the games room. Not far off now. I don't know if you can hear that, guys. It's pelting it down with rain here. And then last in that bundle, a game that when I done the review, oh god, a year or so ago now, wasn't it? That was a Christmas Day unboxing, not last Christmas, Christmas before, of the old Mega Drive HD thingamajig at games thing. When I done like a first impressions video, I don't think that's been out of the box since that Christmas, to be fair, but that had this game on it, and I actually really got into it. And I can remember back in the day, I really didn't think much of this game, and that is Gain Ground. Again, in absolutely lovely condition. The box and the manual is as well, even though the manual's just fallen out at me. Look at that, guys. Absolutely over the moon with that. And yeah, like I was saying, it weren't until I can remember playing this back in the day, and it just weren't what you look at that and you think, yeah, this is gonna be fucking Golden Axe, you know, something like that. And because it wasn't, it's like a really early sort of version, like an RTS, like a strategy sort of game. You know, you plan your route through it. It's quite a unique idea, and this was originally an arcade game as well. I'm back, guys. Apologies for that. The iPad went. God knows. I said it was playing up. But yeah, where were we? Gain Ground. Yeah. Really enjoyed it. And I thought, wow, I haven't got this in the Sega wall. So it's really good to add that to the wall. And they're the games I got off David. Awesome, mate. Chuff sick with those. Over the moon with them. And that brings us on to the final thing. Hold on, we're playing up again. What is going on? Ah! oh dear. Yeah, that's been one of them weeks, you know. One of them weeks. Everything I aim to do or touch just seems to break. A bit like poor old Sonic, which... Let's have a little update, shall we? Yeah. Oh yeah, he's back. That is cool, that. Yeah, the last thing. Now, I've delved into something. Obviously, I buy these minis. And it's just, I buy them, they sit on the shelf. I don't really use them that much. I might give them a blast for a weekend or so. And then they go back in their box and in a cupboard or on the shelf. And this come along. I had to be quick for this, guys. Wow, there were so many people interested in it. And I've never had anything like this before. I've done a trade on this. And it's all in this box. I've only just received it. This is Phil Holmes. He put this up on Retro Realm. Go on, I'm going to have another sip, guys. Oh, that's better. He posted this up on Retro Realm saying that he wanted £65 for it. Or he'd do a trade for a PSP Go. Fortunately, I had a PSP Go. I was on my lunch break and this popped up. I instantly typed in comments, I've got a PSP Go if you're interested. I can show it to you when I get home from work. Blah, blah, blah. Showed it to him. He was interested. My PSP Go wasn't boxed. It wasn't in mint condition. So we sorted out a bit of cash as well. And that's for this. It's by Retro Flag and it's the Mega PI case. That, I really like the box. Here we go. I'm going to go off on boxes again. But yeah, we'll open that up. And it's in another box. Take that out of there. And look at this, guys. I was really impressed with this. Get out of this little baggie. You've got a little manual there to tell you where things are. Oh, put it the right way up would help. And look at that, guys. The attention to detail on this is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Now, as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong in comments, guys. Like I said, I don't know much about emulation. You know, I've got an EverDrive, which I barely use. I've had the mini consoles. I do have an Xbox Coinox. But I never seem to have that set up. Do you know what I mean? You know, and I've been thinking where I've been moving stuff and sorting stuff out. I thought, you know, this is a small little thing that it looks absolutely fantastic. It really do. All these buttons work. I'd imagine, I haven't tried this yet, guys, because like I said, it's only just turned up. It's got its little on-off switch work. The reset button works. And look at that. The actual volume control lifts up the front of the Mega Drive there. So, I don't know, I suppose you could put like your SD card, spare SD card in now. The grill on the side here opens up and that's where your SD card goes in there. Little micro SD card. And then on the bottom, this panel moves and you've got more USBs in there. And yeah, the build quality is absolutely fantastic. I'm really impressed, guys. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. And if I can, I might do a video on it. Just a quick, short and sweet video on setting it up. Phil said there's some games on there, some of his personal favourites and the like. I got this not for Mega Drive. It's not what, you know, it looks really cool as a Mega Drive. I won't be using it as a Mega Drive. I think personally I'm going to be using this for main mostly. I want to get into more arcade stuff and I'm hoping main runs well on it, you know, maybe a bit of Nintendo as well. I tend to emulate Nintendo, you know, I just can't collect it all. Trying to stay focused and all. So yeah, that's that. Let's put that back in the box. And like I said, I'll do a little update video on that, guys. See how I get on with that. But if you're into that sort of thing and you want a decent case, I highly recommend these, guys. And yeah, Retro Flag. Retro Flag. There's some information on the back there for you. And yeah, that's what I've picked up in January. So until the next time, guys, I'm Sega Zombie. Goodbye.